Welcome everyone, we're back with followers of Mayhem. In the last episode we did some fair activities because it is the Festival of the Moon, which apparently takes place in broad daylight. I don't know, it just does. It makes total sense, I promise you.
Party all day, moon gazing all night.
So, I will need to fix the icons as always on the stream. You know how that is. But while I do so, I have a... that's what happened. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. So, everyone except Linson, because I'm sorry, you're NPC.
No, it's fine.
I have left a surprise on your character sheets. Where it is and what it is yours and yours alone. It is out of character knowledge. You may choose to share it if you wish, but that choice is yours and yours alone. Every one of you has something.
Gifts! Gift. No, I have lag. I can't see it. No. No.
I was waiting to see how long you guys would take to find it, but no one except Allah found it. So now you know where it is.
So, is it on the character sheet?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the character sheet.
I won't say where, you gotta find it, but it's on there.
I
So-
found it.
Okay.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
Not ominous at all, indeed.
Exactly.
So,
I'm bad at this.
is everyone ready to begin?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh crap! I clicked the wrong channel on my following page.
So, Jen, you don't have a character sheet, so you can't lose it. Alright.
She's
So-
talking to one of the people on Twitch, by the way.
I found
So, with you all having finished your tasks, the smaller games, one by one you are all drawn to the Colosseum. Well, it's more a keep than a Colosseum, but a field has been put in the center of the area where normally weapons and tools and such would be kept. And in that little arena is a giant cake and a little winged kobold.
cake.
You are all watching as his fight continues. He attacks not with weapons, but with fists, taking out chunks of the cake and eating it, taking another chunk and eating it. The crowd is watching with half amusement, half cheers, as slowly and surely the kobold finishes off the rest of the cake. He then heads to the exit and receives his prize and moves to rejoin the crowd. The crowd upstairs. Also, Elnath's scar is now art-formed, but he's currently got that glamour, so yeah. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm eating popcorn and watching.
Hey, I'm half.
I said I'm eating popcorn and watching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nah. Fiona's full of stale pie. She's not trying to eat a cake.
Actually, Alex is going to walk up to the kobold and sort of bend down a little bit, and he says, "You were pretty impressive in there.
Oh, alright.
What's your name?"
Fist.
Okay, very simple. Like it. Anyway,
I use
are
my
you-
fists, so I'm named Fist.
I noticed. So So, are you an adventurer of some sort, or?
In a way, yeah.
Ah. Well, you interested in getting more deeper into that business, or?
Sure.
Alright, well, and Alex leans in and he sort of whispers and he says, I actually have a bit of an in with someone you might want to know about.
Yeah.
Ever heard of Mercy?
I'm fresh out of Mercy, sorry.
No, it's his name. It's a name. He runs this store, Mercy's Great Emporium, right?
Yeah.
And he sells all kinds of things that you could ever look for, magic items, even just general purpose stuff. And here's the thing: if my memory serves correctly, and I'm fairly certain it does, he's not only got a shop in Prosh, but he has one in Frozen and Shady Sands too, I believe. No, wait, no, it's Ludruck. I'm sorry.
I see.
His store's magical, so he basically occupies all spaces at once. You just walk in, you get ported in, and then there you go. Anyway, his stuff may be a bit on the expensive side here and there, but I guarantee you, you're not going to regret. You're not going to.
You watch as his eyes slowly cross.
But hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
focusing.
Yep. I'm listening.
What did I just say then?
Shit.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I have a friend called Mercy. He runs this place called Mercy's Great Emporium. Prosh, Lundra,
Swear.
Frozen. No, I didn't swear.
No, I'll
so yeah.
swear.
So yeah, Prosh, Lundra, and Frozen. He's got stores set up in those places. You ever find yourself in there, go look for him and say Alex sent you. All right.
Sure.
All right. Well, you have a good day now.
Take care. The
No,
Cobra
that's
just
one time.
awkwardly watches you go. And you can hear the captain of the guards, bark. The captain of the guards calling for the next round of people who wish to fight the legendary cake.
Can I go next?
Oh, people can team up. So it's not one-on-one, and people can team up on this. So as many that want to go in the next round, just bring your characters into the green.
I have two stomachs for a reason, I guess.
Does the cake fight back?
Yes.
Actually, you know what?
This sounds like fun.
Seeing Linsing go in, Vierna's gonna go in as well.
All right.
Now, but
We're all
before I
gonna
do, I have
die.
one very important question. And you say, and
By
you
the way,
say-
Dennis gives Draw a kiss
Dennis?
before going down.
Okay, you
Sorry.
can but Vienna was talking.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so before I do, I have a very important question. You said weapons aren't allowed. Is magic allowed?
Nope. You must use your hands. You are using
mean, that doesn't
unarmed
expect
strikes.
Oh, I can use magic with my unarmed strikes.
Okay. Anything's allowed as long as it's only using your hands and your mouth.
Lynn is all about using her hands.
I didn't catch that detail earlier. So maybe not.
Oh, live a little.
I use spells. If I can't use spells, then
Yeah, like
Dennis, for God's sakes, you're stronger than me.
That's
Yeah,
saying something.
so magic is allowed as long as it involves me punching the damn thing. Is that what I'm getting here?
Essentially, the only way you can attack is with unarmed strikes or with a bite.
So as long as contact happens, it's permitted. Good.
So, is that everyone who's fighting?
so I can light it on fire?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Walk up, punch, kick, or bite. That's all you can do.
Ampere leans over and gently nudges Alex towards the ring. Go on! Come on!
All right.
Go,
I was
go,
going
go,
to say
go,
my
go.
appetite.
She's
Alright.
she's already pushing you into the ring.
I was gonna say my appetite for something else. Alright, here we go.
All right. So the head of the chief gives a. All right, everyone, let's have a rousing good time. Let's give all these people a cheer. Hey! The crowd goes, woo. Yeah!
Just one guy in the audience.
Her just kind of gives a bit away. She goes, "Good luck, guys."
All right, so I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Finally,
And-
out of all these campaigns, I roll well on initiative.
All right, has everyone rolled?
Becca's
here.
getting that NPC luck.
So let's see. Alex.
Yes, yeah.
So, yes, Ampia needs to roll too. Because she's also blinked. There we go. Yes, the one with the name of the unicorn. So, for all of you who do not have unarmed strikes, it's 1d20, no proficiency. And if you hit, it does 1d4 damage, base. That's for those who aren't monks, basically.
Got it.
I thought it was just 1 plus your strength modifier.
Can I use my hooves?
You may. But yeah,
Yeah, I got that.
nope, according to what I've read, it's 1d4, but I can look it up.
That's if you have tap. That's if you have tap and brawler.
Let me have a look at it.
I'm trying to remember how monk unarmed strikes work. Do I attack
Medium
only
character
once
deals
with it, or-
1d3 points of non-lethal damage. A small character does 1d2. No wait, that's 3.5 edition. Combat. Here we go. Unarmed.
Do I attack
I'm
once or
sorry,
twice?
I should have had this up, but I didn't. I thought it was just 1d4, so let me have a look at this.
Yeah, but yet
what was
you
that?
have to take a. You have to either be a monk or take a feat.
Okay.
Alright, what was that, what was
On
that?
a
Becca?
hit, an unarmed strike deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. You are proficient with your unarmed strikes.
So for me, I get to use dexterity.
Yeah, and you get actual damage dice.
You are right. You are right, Fiona. It is 1 plus strength. So, you can all add that to your attack list and move it back way later, but that's essentially it, unless you wish to bite, in which case I'm pretty sure that is a 1d4. I'm not too sure, but
I
got-
am unsure. But I don't think there's any official rules for biting.
yeah, so I mean, biting is typically 1d4 for animals, isn't it?
So, I just totally forgot that I have this. The Nature's Mask. Can I change my mind or is it too late?
Roll initiative.
I mean, I
Okay.
can also turn into a freaking bear, so there's that too. But for now, gonna focus on being a monk.
Okay, so Lin Sing, you are first. The cake
Okay.
jiggles menacingly.
My actual initiative was that one, by the way. Since we haven't set it up with intelligence yet.
Oh gosh, how big is it? Jeez.
30 weeks in and you still haven't fixed it.
Can I move up to about?
Just give me access to the character sheet. I can finish it in 2 minutes.
Okay, let me
Okay.
give you access to Dennis's sheet.
And in the meantime, we can get this going.
You have
Alright,
access
Lindsay,
now.
go for it.
Can I move up to about here and still hit it close range?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to use a key point to use Flurry of Blows. So I
Alright.
can attack 3 times.
Roll it.
Holy smokes.
What? Okay. So, someone really wants to eat the cake.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, all of those hit.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 5... Oh, I don't know what I did there. Okay. So
Okay, and
that's-
with my open hand technique, I can have it not take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Alrighty.
That's 21 damage, yeah.
So I can move back without it having to use a reaction.
Alright. Just let me make sure I've got that correct. Okay. It
Alright,
is Empire's turn.
fixed.
Empire is
This goes
going.
for everybody as well, so they can move back without having to get attacks of opportunity
Yes.
on them.
I believe proficiency is 3, so yep.
Do you happen to have a fox sheet I could use?
What?
Or should I open up one of the other campaigns and use it from there?
I'll drag it in a second. Give me a second. I gotta calculate. So it's
Okay.
1. Okay, 1 plus minus 1. Hold on. So yeah, Empire's trying to bite the cake, but she can't get a good grip on it. And
At warlock strength, huh?
Yep.
here, I can't find a fox thing, so you can just use this wolf. Because I don't have your, let me set it so you can just...
I think Gwen actually has a fox in.
Yes, but
Use
it's
of
going to
chaos.
take 5 minutes to get that. Which is why I'm just giving you the wolf token, okay?
Okay.
Now, it is the cake's turn.
Well, she can move back if she wants. The cake can't use reactions.
Yes, but she doesn't want to move back. The cake
Okay then.
is going to move here, and yeah, it's going to attempt to push against, that. So you need to make a strength, you need to make a dex save, Vienna.
Dex save. One moment.
Is this cake using the stats of that other cake?
Yeah, gelatinous cube, yeah.
Oh, wait. And
There you go, Dennis.
Thank you.
So let's
wait,
just...
no, alright, I accidentally rolled a check. Save. There we go.
Okay,
Nat 20.
yep. You managed to push out to... Oh, let me... It's easy. There we go. Yeah, your tokens don't exactly line up, but that's not a problem, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, otherwise you'd be too small and stuff. And, yep, okay. It's then going to use... yeah, it'll attempt to use Pseudopod on Alex. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope, 16.
Okay. And that's its turn. Alarm.
Alar's gonna remove 10 feet here, and then... Oh, that affects my over. She's gonna move straight in a line down here.
Okay.
And she's gonna use her hoofs attack.
Rightio. Roll it. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, gelatinous cubes don't have a lot of dexterity, I imagine.
Okay, it
Because
takes
they're
2
using-
damage.
And then she's gonna use charge
Okay.
to do another hoofs attack.
Alright, roll it. That's a miss.
Okay.
Dennis.
So, I fox.
Okay.
That takes an action.
And
Yep.
then, yeah, I move up to prepare to attack, and that's it.
Okay, so it takes up that many squares. It's literally the square there. is how big it is in terms of things. So it's like that. So it's like 1 second. It's like that big.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I was staying one space away.
okay. Alex.
Alright. Well, I'm give me a minute. Yeah, I'm just going to attack it.
Alrighty.
Alright, and that's 1d20.
That hits.
Plus 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 hits.
Yep.
Alright, and the damage is what was the damage again, sorry?
1 plus your strength.
Which is 0.
So it's 1. Okay. Vienna.
Okay.
No, wait. Sorry. It was 1 plus my strength. It's 1 take 1, so I literally can't hit this thing. I can't do any damage. It's 0.
Okay.
The damage is 0.
Okay. So
All
you're
right.
trying to help Ampere bite into it, but you just it's really not. Anyway. Vienna.
Okay, so I'm going to move to flank with Alar on the other side,
Yeah, okay.
and I'm gonna cut my fist in my other hand and cast Booming Blade on it with my fist.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll do an extra 1d8 thunder damage as well
Alright.
as the. And this is with advantage.
Okay. So you deal 6 damage.
I'll also, actually, you know what? We're having fun here. So destructive wrath on the booming blade. So that's actually 13 damage.
Okay. You deal 13 damage.
Kaboom!
Lin Sing, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use another key point for another flurry of blows here.
All 3 of those hit.
Alrighty. And it's not gonna take any other reactions this turn.
Okay, it takes another 15 damage. It jiggles in pain.
And then I move back a couple feet.
Okay, Ampere is going to do 1 more attack. That's a hit. She's going to do 0 damage, but she tried. She tried. So, that's the cake's turn. It's going to move like this. So I need Vienna and Alex to make dex saves, and Alar and Ampere get attacks of opportunity.
Dex save.
Does
Okay.
7 hit?
It does,
Okay.
because
Takes
its
3 damage.
AC is 6. Okay. So, if you succeed, you both succeed, so you're just pushed out of the way. And, yeah, then it'll do a pseudopod against Alex again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 11 plus 15 sweetness damage.
That's for the that's the next one.
Oh yeah, you take 11 sweetness damage. I'm sorry.
It's so sweet.
Sugar
Can you
rush.
handle the sweetness?
Sickeningly sweet.
So 25 sweet. No,
No,
26.
11. 11. It wasn't an ad 20.
Ah,
Alright,
I
Alar.
didn't have advantage.
Alar.
move up 5 feet and then hit it with my hoofs.
Alrighty.
2.
Okay, it takes another 2 damage. Dennis.
I go up and take a bite out of it. But
Alrighty.
since I have friendlies nearby, I have advantage.
Alrighty, you do. So, roll your damage. That's a hit. Ah,
Then with the whisper.
itch. It's always an itch. So,
Nom nom nom.
yeah, it's fine. Though I don't think a gelatinous cube would have much of a problem being prone. It's always prone.
Yeah. It's always prone.
Alex.
So yeah, seeing what Vierna has done with her use of Boom Blade Unarmored Strike, Alex gets Brain Blast, and he readies an Eldritch Blast in his hand, and he tries to basically shove it right into the cake.
Now, do you have Warcaster?
I do not.
So it'll be disadvantage. Because you're in melee range.
Okay, disadvantage with an Eldritch Blast. So I just roll Eldritch Blast, right?
Yes, and you take the lowest roll. Okay.
Don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, it still takes 7 damage.
Wait, hold on. Agonizing Blast, so +5 to the 7. Why does that keep changing? Seriously.
Okay. By this point, the cake is pretty much a small crumb left on the circle. And,
So yeah, it takes 7 cold damage. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, hey. Is there
Okay.
enough left for me to have one last go?
Yeah, you can take a bite of it.
Oh, well, I'm not going to take a bite of it exactly. I just wanted a big finishing attack.
Okay. Roll.
Are you
Okay,
going
so-
to break the plate?
Sure, why not?
Please don't break the plate.
Yeah, that was a joke. Okay, so I'm going to flank from Alex so I have advantage, because a natural 1 at this point would be quite humiliating.
Okay.
And I'm gonna palm strike the part of the cake that's left, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 4th level.
Really?
Yes, really.
What?
Overkill.
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 The cake stops moving.
Dead.
Jeez,
Just-
it's just a cake.
Just Vierna
And the group wins! Can we all get a cheer, everyone? Yay. Congrats. Woo.
Poor cake.
You watch as Mrs. Bradley comes down and she's got Dra next to her. And Bradley is placing down a huge sack of flour and sugar, which Dra then takes and places on the plate. And you watch as she begins casting the spell, which makes the cake slowly reform.
Alex, I think.
Okay, I
Sorry.
took a good look at what she's doing. Do I recognize this spell?
You do not.
Because I'm just gonna assume that it is animate dead.
Sure, okay.
Alex, what's
Is-
left? The
This
leftover piece
looks
that
a lot like the principles of necromancy to her.
Fair enough. Sure, we
Alright,
can say it looks like anime dead. What were you saying, Alex?
Yeah, I was going to say, Alex, I think, still has a bit of cake in his mouth, and he's taken a bite out of it. What does it taste like?
It tastes like Mrs. Bradley's cooking.
Been quite
Is
a
that
while since
good?
I had something like that.
So, you all.
Dennis goes up to Draw, gives her a hug, and then asks her, what spell was that?
Oh! Animate cake.
How to make cake. Interesting.
It's a custom spell I made.
Why must you question it? Just eat it.
Just eat it. So, the captain of the guard smiles at you all and says, "Congratulations! Congratulations! Alright, so since there was quite a few of you, we've gathered a couple of the prizes. So, so you can have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now where did I put them? Festival items, here we go.
Oh my
So,
god.
she walks, the tape here walks over to Alex and hands him this. She then approaches Vienna and hands over this. And then she hands over to...
Honestly. Oh, okay. The sad thing is, this would
It's currently wrapped up with a note of what it does.
Yeah. It's such a shame that Vienna would almost certainly save against this almost every time, because this is definitely, because she's the world's worst cook.
So, next up, the captain of the guard goes to Dennis and hands him this.
Wait, what?
Huh. It's a bit counterintuitive, but okay.
And then finally, he hands a rock.
Oh.
Oh boy.
So, hey,
Were these inspired by my
Wait, who got the rock?
Alar.
Alar.
Who got the rock?
Alar.
Alar.
Neku, I didn't know you were Charlie Brown.
This rock is magical, I swear.
Good grief.
So, is there anything you guys want to do before we turn to social initiative?
I'm all good.
Nah.
Okay.
Was Gazura able to see what the items that were given to her companions?
Yeah, but you don't know what they do. You just know that they were given them with a piece of paper that says what they do.
But Alex got a pet Minecraft slime, so there's that.
Gazura's looking at this and is thinking, is this a festival or a giant yard sale?
Can't it be both?
So, why can't I? Oh, let's set me to. So, we're all going to move to social initiative now, so that everyone can. I'm sure some of you have NPCs you'd like to talk to and that. So, if we're all done with the games, then we shall move on to that. Final chance. Everyone okay? Everyone done? No more games? Okay.
Yeah.
So, we shall start with Allah.
Okay. She walks back to her sister, father, and grins happily. She waves a rock.
That's a very nice rock you have there.
Supposed to let me fly. That's what I was told.
Yeah? That's, well, that's great and all, but, and he reaches behind him and then he pulls out a small gift wrapped box, and he says, "Well, it's here. This is to make up for the how old are you? 20 birthdays I missed."
You did miss a lot of winters, Dad. But 22, if you want to be exact.
Yes. So here it's a magical instrument, I guess you could call it. Yeah. Our family kind of has a small line of bards in it. Singing underwater is a not a talent many have, so I didn't inherit that myself, but it's yours if you want it. It's
Is that like the dolphin looking guy over there?
I'm not affiliated with him.
Oh, that's fair.
So see, the rock's nice and all, but well, this instrument will allow you to fly.
Alara only raises a brow at this, as she.
I mean, if you're a good enough performer, if you aren't, you might blur the sky. So just take it slow the first time you try. I wouldn't want you to go splat. I don't really have a way of stopping that.
She slowly nods again and takes the important instrument, apparently.
And yeah. You can do it, kiddo.
Just you. Thank you, Dad. Thank you.
I believe in you.
That sounds so painful.
It sounds painful to hear.
And Eris, hi. Hello, oh man, you look so much like you're, you know, I'm just gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink, is, nice seeing you both, do you guys want a drink?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Oh, okay, something to eat, I don't have a lot of money, but I can, buy something.
Dad, are you broke?
No.
Dad, are you broke?
No.
You need some copper, Dad, to buy some food?
No, I got 20 gold, I'm alright.
I'm ashamed of you. You have bad spending habits.
His head tilts down and he says, I'm gonna get a drink. And he sadly shuffles away.
Arlar looks at Eris as she then jolts as she remembers something and ruffles into her bag and hands her one of the sending stones she has.
Pardon?
Hands her one of the sending stones she has.
Ah. She takes it and then she smiles and she says, well, this will be easier than letters.
So yeah, I picked it up quite some time ago, hoping to see you again.
I'll admit it's been nice to just relax like this. You know, you spend so long looking after people and it's nice. Just hanging with you, not worrying about the giant green dragon that I can sense at the distance.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's good.
I mean, it's in some sort of ruins. I can't really get a good picture of it from here.
We went to those ruins one time, I believe.
Might be the same dragon.
Likely the same dragon.
Yeah, but it's nice to, not worry about things for once. There's a lot of people buried.
Eric, you're not making this conversation very, very nice.
You're right. I'm sorry. Admittedly, I've never once had downtime, so.
I know that.
Yeah, I spoke to, the elder, recently, yeah, and, she seems a bit hurt at this, and she says he didn't even remember you.
Alar sighs, and she just shrugs her shoulder.
And then Eris just shakes her head and she says, No, it's not right. I mean, I know they're high off their kite 90% of the time, but to forget your own... and she pauses and glances to where you can see, Fenquin awkwardly sipping a drink off to one side, and then says, Your stepfather.
I know. He never really paid attention to me, even when you were gone. I kind of raised myself.
She hugs you.
Alar hugs her back. I know you've been busy, and it's just some things have to give, you know?
Well, I'm going to go back to the tribe soon. I'm going to try and get those hippies off their medication so they will actually help with the, I don't know, massive danger to nature. Are we druids or And she pauses and then goes, sorry.
Alar hands her an herb. You might need this for the trip.
She takes it and then she says, I can't.
Alar takes the herbs back and then she just starts hiding them in her pocket. Fine. Let's see how it is.
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
You were fun back in the day.
Aliu, don't be like this.
Oh, alley-oop.
That was a very silly nickname and you would never forget it.
I wouldn't be your sister if I didn't tease you now, would I? She ruffles Alar's hair and then says, come on. I should go make sure your father doesn't do anything awkward. Though, let's be honest, that's impossible. He's always awkward.
Was he awkward when he ever had things with Mom?
I didn't know him back then. I was like 2 years old or something.
Oh.
So
I just don't understand sometimes.
he reminds me a lot of you. He reminds me a lot of you. I'm sorry, I stumbled over my words. He reminds me a lot of you.
You really want to finish that? She squints.
She gives a shrug and says, I'll go talk to your boyfriend. And then she smirks a bit.
The first victim on my list shall be you, sis. Just remember that.
Oh, I love you too.
The first victim.
A sudden twig then approaches. Ah, hey, you done talking with your family then?
Yeah, not done.
Hey.
Well, hope they get at least one last goodbye.
Yeah. Hey, I got you a gift, and he holds out one of the miniature slimes that Alex got.
Wait, when did you do this?
Oh, I did it a while ago. I was one of the first things I did. Being a fighter, of some renown.
Oh, what's your renown entails?
My renown being I saved Seville. So there's not much renown up in the land of the breathing, admittedly, but I do have some renown.
She does an inside check on that.
Okay. He's telling the truth. He doesn't have much renown up in Mayhem, but Seville does know him.
I've never been to Seville. How'd you get down there?
Oh, see, there's this wonderful thing called water breathing potions.
How many of those did you have?
Well, I had around 20. Yeah.
That can't be healthy.
He waves a finger and he says, "Better to have too many than not enough."
Allard pulls out an herb and starts lighting up. I hear you.
Ooh, can I have one of those? I could use a little bit of unwinding.
Yes, I believe we all need that. And she just hands him an herb.
He lights and he says, "Oh, tell me about it. I'm telling you, Benquin is so tight, like something needs to just pull that stick out, if you know what I mean."
Yeah, I don't know what he's like when he's not around me, but he's really awkward when he's around me.
Oh no, he is always awkward, trust me. Like, even when we captured him for trying to break into our ship and steal some of the cargo because he thought we had some ancient Seville artifacts. Like, yeah, it was just wild, man.
Excuse me? She just raises a brow at this.
Yeah, that's how me and PF met him, found out Seville exists. I don't really remember what we were going towards. I think we were looking for it or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is good stuff.
Clouds are so pretty.
Aren't they? And your hair is just so pretty. It's like
Isn't
snow. Like, isn't that wild?
Yeah. It's all just snow in the end.
Oh, the snow. Oh, the snow.
I'm hearing this and I keep thinking they're taking hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Yeah. They might as well be.
So, is there anyone else you want to interact with Allah?
There was someone, I can't remember who it was, but that's okay. Hey, where did Bins go?
And then we all zoom up, and we see over here, near a certain shark, Mittens surrounded by cats. And that is how I single-handedly saved the world. Meow. Yes, I am very brave. Meow. Yes.
Not again.
That is quite true. There are many fish in the sea, and I have claimed them all. Meow. Yes, I will share fish with you. Mins then places down a fish. The cats all begin to congregate and eat it.
I have some questions about this.
Meow. Yes, he is a weird man.
A cat's called me weird. This is where I draw the line. No, I was talking as Echo.
Yeah.
Echo just like says, "This is the last time. This is the last straw. I'm being mocked by cats now of all things. Stupid cats."
Yes, he does smell like fish. I wonder if he's edible. Cats begin to
yeah,
slowly approach.
Echo just suddenly starts booking it.
The cats all chase after Echo.
Being
Cute Benny.
chased by an army of cats.
Let me
Benny Hill
just
theme.
group this, and there we go.
Oh my god, they're fast!
Eat him!
Oh, no.
Oh god, not again! For the love of my family!
And that's where we cut away from that. So, Alara, is there anyone else you wish to interact with?
Oh, whatever Ben's been, but I guess he's okay. No, that's about it. She just like passes out on the floor.
Alright, next up is Alex.
All right. Okay, so Miss Brightly is down here, so Alex walks up to her and gives her a smile. He says, "Hey, how have you been?"
Oh, hello, dearie. How are you? Did you
Pretty
enjoy the
good.
cake? I made it just for you. I was hoping you'd be here for the festival.
You made that for me?
Of course. You think I'd go to all the effort of making a giant cake for anyone else?
I mean, and then he looks over his shoulder and looks towards Empia.
It's good.
But yeah, seriously, thanks, Miss Brightly.
Oh, thank you. That money you
What?
gave me has really helped. Like,
Yeah.
I have enough to retire.
Really?
She nods.
I've been on the road for so long. I guess I must have forgotten the value of a gold a little bit.
You gave me 100 platinum. Was it 100 platinum?
It was 10 platinum, which
10
equals
platinum.
100.
10 platinum. You gave me 10 platinum. I earned that much in maybe 10 years.
Well, I'm
More
glad that
likely
you got.
20.
Well, I'm glad that you're financially secure now.
She smiles and she says, "So, if you ever need some paper, just come to your old Aunt Brightly, and I will give you a little discount, okay?"
I will. Thank you, and he gives her a kiss on the cheek.
You're a good kid. And she ruffles your hair.
All right.
Now,
And stand. Okay.
I gotta go get the next batch of ingredients for the cake. You do be a dear, and always remember you got a home here.
I will. Don't worry.
And she gives this wily smile as she says, "Congratulations."
He smiles back and he says, "Thanks."
And Bear is just currently munching on the bits of cake she got.
Twitch. Yep. Alex
No.
turns around and goes over to her. It's like, it's been ages since we've had any of Miss Briley's cooking, eh?
I know, right? It's so good. You know, I don't know why they only have like fish and seaweed. It's just, oh my god. It's so good to have like cooking. Ugh.
Without a doubt.
She wipes her mouth with a hand and then licks it off her hand and says, "This has been a great day."
Hell of a birthday present, I'll say that much.
Yeah, I mean they typically aren't this. I mean, been a while since nowhere has had such a party this size. But then again, this is one of the first ones we've had where Bradley and Dra teamed up. So, you know, magic and cooking together. It's like, wow. And she brings her hands to her head and then motions them wide like her brain is exploding.
Yeah, well, I guess they both had a lot of inspiration to draw on. I left this place not a month ago, and yeah. I guess after everything that's happened, they were feeling a little adventurous themselves.
Oh crap! She slaps her cheeks. I forgot! And she grabs his hand and then begins to run with him towards the guild. I need to pay my membership!
You forgot that again?
No! No!
But yeah, Alex is just getting dragged along with her, and he just says, "Well, happy birthday to me. I get to do paperwork."
You also have a cute slime just hopping
And
after you.
So, once you
It's
finish
Flubber!
once you finish the paperwork, we'll say I'm just going to cut so we can do Alex's stuff, and then we'll go back to the day. This is just a time skip, but only for Alex. It's about, in the evening when, you finally finish the paperwork. Ampere is just apologizing profusely as she begins to lead you towards a very specific hill and sits down. I'm sorry.
It's fine, okay? Just calm down.
She then looks up to the sky and then she looks over to him and he says, "This is that same hill, isn't it?"
Yeah, it really is.
She then looks up and then points. Look! Look! And you watch as fireworks begin to light up the sky.
Damn. Almost exactly like that. Like when we saw that meteor shower, huh?
Yeah. Man. Did you actually, good thing they didn't realize that, I was there, otherwise we both would have been grounded.
Yeah, well, you can
Still-
thank my quick thinking on that one.
Yeah. Still, it's not as bad as the time that, we went on an adventure into the forest. We could have died in there.
I let you talk me into so much shit over the years.
I call it experience. Yes, you are, Dennis.
Oh dear.
Well, it is what it is. Where we are now. So
She reaches into her bag, which you now realize is a bag of holding, and she pulls out a bottle of wine, and she pulls 2 glasses and hands one, and then lifts it up and says, "To another wonderful year with a fucking unicorn."
Oh, wait, that unicorn. Swear, by the way.
It's my game.
Yeah,
I can
Alex.
swear if I want.
Still swear word.
Eh.
But yeah, Alex laughs and holds up his own glass, and he just smiles and he says, "Another year to us."
To us. And she drowns the drink, and then she says, "I think that was a mistake." Mistake. She now has the hiccups.
Yeah,
Drink
Yep.
too fast.
never change, Ampere, and he just holds her close.
Alex would then... You both look over to the fireworks, and then you hear a soft kaboosh, and you just see this brief ripple of the air as an explosion goes off. And then you just watch as 50 fireworks light up the sky, absolutely blinding, because there's so many of them. And then it all fades away, as the fireworks show ends prematurely.
It's also
like some-
very hot all of a sudden.
Looks like some genius decided to light them all at once.
Damn it, Dennis! What did you do this time?
Yeah.
Anything else you
Like-
want to do, Alex?
I'd say in between helping Empire out with the paperwork and all that, Alex also tried to spread the word around about Mercy's shop to honor the deal he made.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
You also have a cube slime following you.
All right. Persuasion. One of my better ones.
Yeah, Mercy! Let's go to Mercy's, yeah! And then you just see Dra slowly narrowing her eyes in your direction.
Which
They may or may not be accompanied with Dennis's eyes as well.
To which, Alex just calls out, "Don't worry, he's not anywhere near here. All right, people have to travel pretty far to get there."
She still gives a very suspicious look. Anything else, Alex?
For the nighttime, I've seen Alex just finishes his own drink and then just, spends the rest of the night with Empire.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Kagura,
he does-
Kagura
he said-
just you hear Kagura quip in the background, and glad I never have to get sponsored.
But yeah, actually, one last thing. One thing he says to Empire, he, as he's, hugging up to her, he says, "You ever thought of growing out your hair a little?"
No!
Fair enough.
And you know what? I will for you.
Well, you can give it a try. See how you like it.
I just figured it would get in the way during combat, so I always kept it short. But if you want it long, consider it long. I can be one of those maidens riding on a unicorn. There. I'm sorry, I just vomited a bit there. No, I'm not gonna do the dainty act. No. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
But I will let my hair long out.
All right. Well, we'll see how it works. You can cut it short again if you don't like it.
Radio. Anything else?
Empire, he
Yep.
says,
Yeah?
He gives her a kiss. And he says, "Thanks for making this a great birthday."
So, let's just say, that, you moved to some bushes and, fade to black stuff, yeah.
But yeah, that's my whole thing.
Yeah, okay,
Sorry if that took a while.
Yep, okay. Next up is Dennis.
So Dennis is like excitedly talking with Dra about all the magic stuff.
Surprisingly, Dra seems to be actually listening and is occasionally offering pieces of advice.
Fortunately, I'm not sure how to roleplay that, so...
Essentially, it means that the next attempt you have at creating an item, you get it with advantage.
Okay. If you want to, actually, I'll wait for the firework instance, since the fast forward was only for them.
Mm-hmm.
So someone else's turn then, I guess.
Alright, so is that all you wanted to do? If
More
the
or
other thing
less.
is during the fireworks, we can time script for you.
Okay, that's basically what it was. What I was
Okay.
thinking. So he sees that Dra and Co are helping with fireworks, and he's like, "Hey, can I help too?"
Alright. And Dra steps back and she has this sort of amused smile on her face. Like, she's curious to see if he succeeds with this or if he messes up. And either way, she's going to be amused.
And then, kaboom!
And, yeah. She gives him a pat on the head and then says, "Oh, honey, you gotta be slower.
Oh, okay. I'll try that next time.
You go too quick, you're gonna miss out on all the fun."
Really? And then he just kisses her.
Yeah, and, let's just say they go home and, do what
do
two
stuff.
do what two consenting adults do. So,
Mhm.
next up is Grisura, I believe.
So, Grisser is explaining to Noxon and the others about what had happened at the Summer Coliseum, and she's showing them the ledger she borrowed from the Coliseum.
They look it over and then they all get this look in their eyes and they say, we can use this to get them out."
Well, everyone who is still at the Coliseum is willing to help, is ready to help. I know Gator is looking for his brothers, Slicer and Trumpet.
Yo, we'll head there slow. 'Cause when we go, we're going with the flow.
No, not this again.
Gazura just stares at Seer, and she says, maybe someone would get lucky and find some potion. Someone would find some potion that make you talk normal, Seer.
It's no hizzy in the wizzy. Roxanne just gives Grisura a hug and he says, "Leave that list with us. We'll find them all. And then we can all come together and celebrate."
What was that you cut out?
Give us the list and we'll go find and break out the people, and then we can all come together and, celebrate being free.
Right. Grisser then thinks for a minute and then smirks. I wonder if I can introduce Alar to a certain centaur we know. You know, Azrin.
Maxon pauses at this and then begins to laugh. Maybe.
We'll just have to see how she handles a ranger.
Well, to freedom, and he holds up a drink, which the others do as well.
As does Gazura.
Here, and they drown him.
Should I make a con save?
Nah, it's only one glass.
Glass smash. We're going with mugs, tankers.
Okay. Regardless, no need. There's not. You can roll it if you want, but.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, is there anything else you would like to do?
Unless you have an idea, not really.
Okay. Later on in the night, you hear a big explosion interrupting the fireworks. And that's all I'll say on that. Now,
What?
Kagura, we are going to be doing you last, so I will come back to you. Lynn, do you have anything you wish to do?
Yeah, not at the moment, unless someone wants to instigate a conversation with me.
Okay. Next up is Rura.
Hey. I didn't really have much planned except for the fact that I did want to slightly talk to Alara and her sister.
Alright, you may do so. So,
Just
no.
for the fact that she kind of wants to kind of talk to Eris just a little bit about the fact that Alara starting to call her little sis now.
Okay. So,
We get
Eris pauses in the conversation she's having with Alara, probably about, oh, you're high off your kite again.
look, I can control this.
You say that, but the last time you did this stuff, you nearly died from an overdose.
No, that was the one time, I swear.
Oh, hello
Rura
there,
looks
dear.
concerned. Dying? She was concerned and Alara like, what?
Look, little sis, it's not like that, I promise.
Obviously, it's something your sister just said. You almost died.
Little sis, did you say?
Alara
kinda-
starts. Go ahead, Aurora.
She kind of jolts and looks surprised. She goes, and then she looks nervous, like, yeah.
Oh, you are cute. You are absolutely adorable.
Rura kind of groans. She goes, my savior tells me that too.
Come here, group hug, sisters. And she wraps an arm around Alara and opens the other arm for Rura, beckoning her to come.
Rura looks a little, but slowly to the hug. Please don't squeeze too hard.
She pauses a bit, but then she does give you a comfortable hug. She doesn't, squeeze you. She just hugs you.
Rura looks very grateful at this and kind of up a smile. And then she jolts and she goes, wait, Sren!
Yes. Sren awkwardly joins the hug.
Rura looks very happy that she hugs Sren close to her. She goes, sisters! I mean, if I can call everybody
sisters.
that.
Eris smiles and goes, sisters.
Oh.
Alara grins ear to ear from this.
Then Rura slowly backs away and she smiles grateful to Eris and she looks back to try to find Elnap and she goes, I'll talk to you guys later. I just wanted to let Eris know.
Brings her hands out and she motions as he says, now that's fine, but when you have some time, when we all have free time, we have to do each other's hair. It's tradition.
Alara nods. She is right. It is sisterly tradition.
Rura kind of messing with her feathers. She goes, feathers? Because technically she doesn't have hair.
Yes, we'll do your feathers. You are going to look gorgeous. Any guy would be ashamed to not ask you out.
No thank you.
It's tradition.
To be asked out by a guy by hair?
No, to get your hair done by your sisters.
Oh, okay. I like that idea better.
It's a day then, a girl's day out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to try and get your sister here to stop doing drugs.
Look, as I said, it was the one time.
And they continue to bicker as you begin to walk away.
Yeah, Rura just looks concerned, but she walks away quickly before she gets more worried and hears more details of this.
Oh, Rura, I gotta play you a song later on. You're gonna love it.
You're not singing when you're high off your kite, Allah.
I sing good,
okay,
I
I'm done,
promise.
And so they continue to bicker while you approach Elnath.
She nervously walks over to him and tries to smile and she goes, are you enjoying the festival?
Oh yes, very much. Well, I'm thinking of taking a belt in the cake ring and having a go at it.
You sure you should be eating that much sugar, Savior?
Yes. Maid looks to her and she goes, no. He looks down. No, I suppose not.
Rura smiles softly and she goes, you know you gotta watch your health, right? Too much sugar isn't always good, even if you eat so many dragon chocolates.
I assure you I am very capable and very aware of how much I can sustain myself with at one time. No, you're not. Maid comments.
Yeah, Rura gives him a look like, really?
Oh
She
no!
does not believe him.
Purses his lips very tightly and then he says, yes. And let me just get his character sheet up to roll deception.
I think that's with disadvantage at this point.
I know.
Yeah, I'll give a disadvantage. So deception is he's actually okay. Disadvantage with the deception. Okay. So yeah, that's that's a 27.
Oh god.
Oh wow. Jeez, he's really good at lying then. Jeez. Or maybe we just trust him too much.
Yeah. It was 29 without disadvantage, so.
Okay, so Rura kind of just relaxes her lips and she goes, alright, if you say so.
Oh, you worry too much. You all worry so much, and look, my eye's fine now, see?
Rura mood kind of dampens a little bit now. Gives him a concern, then she goes, are you sure you're okay?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. Well, I won't lie, it's been a bit of a trying week, but yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Rura kind of frowns and she actually kind of clenches her crystal. She goes, you're lying.
He pauses and then he actually looks at her for a moment and he says, Alright. No, not everything is fine. But at the same time, I just want you to enjoy your day. You're not gonna have very many of these, you know? You got a lovely festival with your friends and your allies. I just want you to enjoy it.
She relaxes a little bit better now that he's being just a little more honest with her now, and she unclenches her fist and she sighs deeply. And she says, I'm worried about you though. I want you to enjoy yourself, but I also don't want you to lie to me either if something is...
All I can tell you is that I will explain when it is time. For now, just enjoy the festival. It's only around for one day, you know. And he smiles and he places a hand and gently scratches her head as he says, relax. There's nothing immediate that requires instant attention.
She relaxes a little bit better and then she stares at him closely and then sighs again and then gives a small smile and gratefulness. She knows that he'll tell her later like he promised, and then she then looks around. She goes, the festival's fun, but I don't like crowds.
He then pauses for a bit and he says, would you like to go for a little fly then?
She immediately stands up straight, looking excited, like, really?
He brings his hands together and there's a brief moment where he struggles because he's not in his serious clothes. But eventually he does manage to cast the spell and his legs slowly lift off the ground and he smiles and he says, Shall we?
River beams happily, and she eagerly nods her head. Yes, 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 yes.
So,
And she opens up her wings.
shall I race you? Let's see who can fly highest. And he gives this mischievous smirk, even though he knows he's going to lose. And he begins flying up.
No cheating this time.
I assure you, I make no promises. So, you two spend some time flying and racing around. And eventually he brings you to land. Butler and maid slowly beginning to approach. It's getting close to dusk around the time that you both finally decide, yeah, you've flown enough for now. He moves to sit down and, Butler begins to bring over food with maid and, as you are eating, he points towards the sky and he says, tell me, Rura, have you ever dreamed of the stars?
The stars?
Beyond the clouds, beyond the sky, far, far above, there are the stars.
Well, I know they're very pretty at night, but...
In those stars is the origin of your species.
Mine? She kind of looks flabbergasted.
He nods, lowering his hand as he smiles. Of course, you most likely come from the small village that your friend you met mentioned. But it is also possible you fell from the sky. It is rare, but it has happened in the past.
She kind of looks like in awe at this and then curious. I've never heard that before.
It's not common
Am I a
knowledge.
star child?
And he smiles and he says, potentially yes. You could very well be a star child.
Her eyes kind of like light up and wonder. Ooh.
Maybe one day you'll be able to explore the stars.
She stares quietly at him and then looks up to the sky real quick. And then she looks around everyone else around. And then she looks back to Ellen and she smiles. She goes, I think I'd rather stay here. I like here better. With everyone around.
I tend to agree with you there. This world is quite fun.
She smiles at him and then she gives a slight little like stubborn pout. She goes, not when you're teasing everybody, it's not fun.
Oh, I disagree. It is fun for me.
For you? Everything everyone else's feelings?
Of course I do. There are just moments when it is ill-advised, shall we say.
She crosses her arms over her chest with a smirk at the fact they saw your heart bed.
And he jolts and you can see his hands come up and he says, what have I told you about talking about that?
They've already seen it.
Even so, you don't just mention out in a public place that a man has a heart-shaped bed. It's not done.
Well, then change it. Easy enough, and that way nobody says anything.
His brow narrows and he says, no.
Now who's the child?
You are. I am your superior in everything, including age.
She smirks
and
at him.
he folds his arms and huffs, turning away. Now he's sulking.
She can't help but giggle and then she like pokes his shoulder like
Stop that.
No. She keeps poking him.
Stop that.
No.
He eventually smiles and unfolds his arms and he says, "Never change, Ruro."
Rura, just gives a soft smile to him and thanks, and then she looks down. And she goes, "You too. Just always stay as my savior. Please?"
Well, I suppose I will have to start saving you again then, shan't I? And he gives this cryptic smile at that.
Rura looks at him a bit curious. A slight hint of concern going through her, but then she just tries to shake it off and she just smiles. She goes, "I can save you too, you know. I'm not a child."
But then you would be the savior, would you not? And he leans over, patting your head, and then rises and gives a wave and he says, I must go get a drink. I shall return shortly." And he begins to wander away.
Rura just kind of stays still for a minute, just pondering all of everything that they said and what she heard, and looks up to the sky, just in thought. And then all of a sudden she goes, "Wait, you're gonna drink?" And then she kind of rushes out to him like, "Don't drink too much, please."
And, yeah, unless you have something else, that's probably where it pauses for the Elnut stuff.
Yeah, I'm good.
Anyone else you want to talk to?
Nope, I think that was about it. That's all I really got.
Okay, so just a little heads up. While we've been talking, a certain artiste has finished an image for the gelatinous cublet. So there you go. It now has a
Enjoy.
token. And it is very cute, yes. So, next and last, well, second last, Vienna.
Okay, so first person I want to talk to is Elnath. Presumably this is before Rora got to him.
Okay.
Hey, Elnath. So about those about the orbs, we retrieved one of them for. We retrieved one of them in that tomb, and the other one in that dig site. Shot in the dark here. Did you steal the third one from my mother's library?
Actually, no. It was found at the bottom of the ocean.
Huh. Weird. Seems like the kind of thing she keep in a private collection.
Oh, it would, if I didn't get to them first, that is. And he gives this little bit of a smirk at that, almost prideful.
Okay, now I'm sorry, I cannot shake the feeling that you and my mother have some kind of history.
Yes. You could say we go back a ways. See, there was a time when we were part of a similar group, shall we say.
Oh God, are you that adventurer she keeps are you that ranger she keeps grumbling about and she thinks no one else is
His smile becomes a malicious smirk as he says, "Oh good, she does remember me."
Okay.
When I went to visit her a couple of weeks ago, she pretended she did not know me. It's good to know I left an impression.
Yeah.
We do not get along. Let us leave it at that.
Right.
Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Of him No, I guess I spot Rora approaching and take my leave.
He asked you that.
Oh. Not that I can think of right now.
He leans over and he begins to whisper to you. And I'm going to send you this in a tell.
Alright.
And with that, he gives a wave and he moves to head over and talk with Ruru.
Alright. And then okay, and then I'm gonna go find Maggie.
Okay. Maggie and Clovis are currently still watching people fail at the obstacle course.
Right. Hello, Maggie.
She gives a wave.
I take out the volume 2 book I found in the raid on some. Wait, the place we raided was somewhere. I found this in the possession of some slavers.
She nods.
Nice to see you're branching out. Let me say, you're a transcriber. Right. Where would she be right now?
There's a brief pause and her eyes gain a somewhat evasive, nervous look. And she pulls out a notebook and begins to write. Slowly, occasionally looking up at you and then looking back down. She writes down a few simple lines. They are located in Prosh. They do not like visitors.
That tracks.
If you know her, she will probably know you come.
Thanks.
She looks at Clovis, who then says, She dresses very revealing.
That's a bit new, but okay.
And Maggie writes down, and then she says, she wears skirts.
Okay, not new.
So Maggie gives a smile, and then she reaches into a bag and then offers a bound book, and she offers it to you, and then writes in the corner a brief message to the person you are inquiring about, explaining how you met and who you are, and signs it and then hands it to you.
Okay.
She then writes on a notepad and says, it might help, it might not.
Yeah, again, that tracks.
She
Thank
bows
you.
her head and bids you farewell.
Right. And as I'm walking by, I pass by that. As I'm walking down the road, I see all these cats congregating.
They are currently
And
piled on.
I just blink for a moment, and I say, every time, and I just keep going.
They are currently all licking a certain shark person who tastes like fish.
I am not a real fish. Leave me alone.
Anything?
Okay, I so wish I had prestidigitation so I could make him taste more like fish.
So, is there anything else you wish to do, Vienna?
Nothing that I can think of.
Alright. You know who that leaves left? Kagura!
Oh boy.
So, we will get to that thing last. So before that, we'll do with any little business you have to do. Is there anyone you would like to talk to?
I guess what Kagura would be doing is he'd be pacing around and just catching glimpses of everybody's catching glimpses and eavesdropping a bit on people's conversations. Just not the entire conversations, just little bits and pieces here and there before moving on to the next one. And once everybody's done talking, he steps out of the arena and lets out a sigh.
Okay. Surprisingly, the kobold from before approaches you. Everything alright?
Yeah, just kind of watching everybody. They have their fair share of fun before the day is done.
I can see it in you. That rage.
See what?
You hide it very well.
I just haven't had any reason to let it out.
Makes you restless, doesn't it?
Well, I suppose, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I know. He stands on his tippy toes and pats your shoulder before giving a wave, and he says, "You ever want to learn how to control it? Come find me."
You know a thing or two about quelling rage?
Oh yes. I am a kobold.
I'll remember.
We
I'll
know a
remember
little
that.
thing about rage.
I'll remember that.
And he begins to head out. So, one last check. Is there anything you want to do?
I guess Kagura steps further out of the arena, and he actually sees Vierna coming down the road. And he flags her down.
Okay. Vienna?
Yeah.
Lonely night?
I don't know.
Hey, Vierna, if it's not too much to ask, how much would your mother know about my family?
At a guess, plenty.
Would she know what's... I guess what I'm trying to ask is, would she know what's going to happen to me?
Wait, you mean the Tails thing? The go
Yeah.
thing?
Yes, all I have to go on is her son's fairy tale. But
Carrig. Yeah, full of horseshit. Yeah, full of horseshit is usually good as something dealing with Carrig.
Swear.
even so, there's still a lot I don't understand. Do you remember what Lariska said to me? She said that only my family have these albino features. I'd always assumed that somewhere out there, some other Henge yokai might have had the same. Some other Henge yokai family might have had the same thing in their blood, but apparently I'm apparently my family's one of a kind.
I mean, she's
You're
I mean-
cutting out, Fiona.
Yeah, you were
I-
cutting out a bit. Hello?
okay. One moment while I come back.
Maybe just try type. Well, she's gone. Hello?
Okay, am I coming better now?
Yeah.
A little better.
Yeah. I mean, I don't claim to have access to her information network, but if you want to ask someone, she's as good a choice as any.
I might just have to do that. I have a lot of questions, and so I don't think my mother is going to be the one to answer them.
Hmm.
She already Eddie he wasn't telling me anything before, and she's probably going to tell me even less now that I've ended up traveling outside the castle twice.
Well, if you're asking me to watch your back, Aqua and Crush, that I can do. If you ask me for advice, I'll see what I can do.
I'm just trying to figure out my next move. It seems we're in a calm right now. This would probably be a good time for me to figure out what I am.
She is the best. She has one of the most extensive spy networks on Mayhem, and one of the most extensive magical libraries on Mayhem. So nothing else. Home is a good place to find things out.
All right then. Maybe I'll talk to the others once we've all gotten together.
Now, at that moment, and I'm rushing it a bit here because Rue is nodding off, but at that moment, Kagura, your vision is obscured as a letter literally appears out of thin air in front of you, addressed to you.
Huh?
Do I recognize the handwriting on the letter?
Probably not.
Is it what I think it is?
It is. Do you open it?
He reads the name. He reads the name on the. He reads the name on it. Sees how it's written and says, "This is Sarai's handwriting."
So, I'm going to make the letter visible, and then I want you to read it out, Kagura. Are you ready to open it?
Yes.
When you're ready, you may begin reading.
All right. Kagura, it's he first skims through the letter quietly, and then starts trembling. Kagura, it's Sarai. Sorry to suddenly send this to you on short notice, but this is serious. Do you remember the blood initiation you did back when you joined the Rogues Guild? Well, we saved a sample of your blood. The boss sent me to your family's sanctum. King and Queen were murdered. Emerald. She's missing. Virna. My parents. They're dead. Sister. I can't find her.
Okay, upon hearing this, I immediately cast sending. Karen, are you alive?
No response.
Crap, I never actually. Crap, I never actually met the princess. Damn it! I could write a scroll. No, I can't. I'm not a wizard.
And that is where we're going to be ending it.
You see that Kagura, after Kagura's finished reading the letter out loud, he starts breathing he starts giving off these labored breaths as the letter slips out of his hands and he collapses.
And that is where we're going to end it.
Oh, jeez.
How's that for an end to the fair, huh?
Fair.
Quite the ending.
Thank you all for tuning in. I hope to see you next week. Have a lovely night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.